live alone on a ranch I inherited from my grandfather. Small town, one hospital, one grocery store. Everybody knows everybody. I work as a technician at the local hospital. Quiet job. Quiet life that my property is big. Really big. The house itself sits almost 2 kilometers from the main road. Long gravel driveway cutting through open land before it reaches the trees in the house. Peaceful. That's the whole point. One Friday evening. I finished a late shift and drove home like I always do, about half a mile from my entrance. I saw something strange. Got cars that further than parked. Right across my driveway entrance. Not slightly off to the side. Not. Accidentally, completely blocking it. I slowed down and just stared for a second at no one around. No notes. No lights, nothing. Just for SUVs sitting like they owned the place. I got out, checked plates, looked around. Then I sighed and pulled out my phone. I called Sheriff Daniels. We've known each other for years. He grew up 3 houses down from me before I moved to the ranch. He answered with, "Don't tell me someone hit a deer again." "No," I said. "But I've got for deer with license plates blocking my driveway." He laughed at 20. Minutes later, he was there. That we both knew what this was. The tourists, their single quotes as a trail that cuts through public land up into the mountains. And city people love to pretend the countryside is their personal playground. Problem is, my driveway is private property. Clearly marked, fenced, posted as they had ignored all of it. I told Daniels I didn't want trouble. I just wanted access to my own home. He nodded. "You want me to witness?" "Yeah," I said. "Just in case." We documented everything, got photos, plates, positioning, the private property signs behind them then. I called a towing company. They didn't tow the cars away. Just pulled them far enough to clear my entrance and moved them to the shoulder along the county road. Unfortunately, when they dragged the vehicle sideways off the gravel entrance, it tore up sections of my driveway. The crushed rock shifted and gouged under the tire weight. Daniels made a note of that too. I drove home that night and didn't think about it again. 6 days later, I was repairing part of the driveway when very sunburned. Very angry people pulled up. Apparently their camping trip had gone longer than expected. They stormed toward me. "You had our vehicles moved." "Yes," I said calmly. "You parked on private property. They threatened lawsuits, property damage, illegal towing." I nodded and gave them the sheriff's card. They left furious. A week later, I got served. They actually filed. I called Daniels. He laughed so hard he had to sit down that in court. It was simple. Private driveway, posted signage, obstruction of access as sheriff. Witness that photographs are documentation of damage the judge didn't take. Long case dismissed. Then the interesting part, since the vehicles obstructed lawful access to my property, and because documented damage occurred. During the necessary removal process, the court ruled they were responsible for repair costs, gravel replacement, labor towing. Fees out plus compensation for loss of access to my own property. They didn't look so confident walking out, last I heard. They paid every dollar. Small town lesson. Mountains are public as my driveway. I send single quotes to you. And if you block a rancher from getting home after a 12-hour hospital shift, make sure you can afford the gravel bill.